Roxy, come here, Roxy. She's also a senior little dog. We adopted Roxy and Harley together. We went there only getting Roxy, but my husband was like, we can't leave with just one. And he told the guy to bring out the smallest dog has least chance of getting adopted. And that was Harley. So we brought home Harley and Roxy, both senior dogs, to be friends with Dolly. Can you get comfortable, Harley, please? Sit down. Oh my God. Hi, my name is Delia Bonfilio, and this is Dolly Mama, and this is Harley. I went vegan in 2013. It was a very gradual process for me. I had stopped eating red meat first, and over maybe about 10 years, I gradually stopped eating poultry and then cheese, fish, one thing at a time. But I went vegan in 2013 after seeing a documentary called The Ghost in Our Machine. That kind of put me over the edge for some reason. That and reading the book Thanking the Monkey by Karen Dawn, which really put me over the edge. But my sister got me going with it. She really introduced me to all the things that were being done to animals, and she started educating me. My sister has always been, like, even when we were little, we both always loved animals, her maybe a little more so. She would put lotion on worms, dried up worms, to help revive them when we were kids. And that level of compassion, just grew over the years, and she kind of led the charge. We used to go together to protests and things like that, and we actually went down to help rescue animals after Hurricane Katrina. That kind of work was very emotional for me, just being right there. It's just, I'm a visual person, and so it left a lot of memories with me. And so I decided to be an activist in other ways, donating my services and just, I guess, educating other people. Yeah, I guess it was the film that really did it to me, that just put me over the edge. It's not a very gory type of film. It follows Joanne MacArthur, who's a photographer, and shows her work in all areas of photojournalism, in all areas of animal abuse. And for me, it was about the animals. It was not about health reasons at first. It was not for health reasons. So I was primed for it already because of my sister. She was the one that first started, she stopped eating red meat, and then I kind of followed because she would tell me things. She was the first one to tell me about baby chicks, male chicks, what happened to them. So I really kind of listened to her, and then I started to do my own research, whether it was watching films or reading books. I started to read Animal Liberation. I actually couldn't get through it all. So yeah, I just made a decision to go all the way. I've been able to keep weight, at a steady. I don't have a problem with weight. I have more energy. And I just feel better in general. And the other big thing is I never get sick. I never get a common cold, or I just don't remember the last time I had a cold. That's the biggest difference that I can see and that I feel. And I feel better in general. And I feel less guilt. I just got a checkup from my vegan doctor, and everything's good with my blood work, and has been for a while. So, knock on wood, everything's good. The most important reasons for me to be vegan right now is the environment. I feel like we're at a very treacherous point, not just for the earth and climate change, but animals as well, and our health. I've been touched by so many people in my family. Well, not really my family, but close to me have had cancer, and there's just a lot of health issues out there for people. It's important to be vegan right now. It's an important time to be vegan and aware of where your food comes from and what you're putting in your body. Sure, if I'm the only one that's vegan, then that's not going to really do anything. What kind of question is this? If I'm the only one, then it's not going to do anything. Everybody has to be vegan. I don't understand this question. There's something that says that if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together, or something to that effect. There's so many new products that are coming out, and it's making it easier and easier to go vegan. Restaurants are offering options like never before. I mean, it's incredible what's going on now. So I think it's easier to become vegan now, and there's just no excuse. Before, when there were cheeses that were not so great, then I could understand. It's hard for people to give up cheese. But now there's Miyoko's and Tree Line and Life, and there's just so many different brands out there that are doing such great things. And there's just no excuse really to try, at least. I am vegan, and so in hanging out with my family, there's always got to be vegan options. So that's one way to encourage others to become vegan. That's kind of the only way right now. I try not to push people, because I feel like I've done that before in the past, and I'm talking specifically maybe family members. But what's made some of my family members more open to vegan options is by having family be vegan, and so that there's those kind of options there, or when we go out, there's consideration for us. And I also promote veganism with my business and social media. Well, when I became vegan, I had moved to California to be with my husband. So I was not around my family here on the East Coast. So I was not challenged per se by them, and I was more challenged, I'd say, in going out to restaurants without any options. And that's really it. But I have not had any challenges. In the beginning, when my sister and I both stopped eating meat, I guess it was a little bit of a challenge, because my mom or my grandmother would be like, all right, what are you eating? What are you eating now? Or what are you not eating now? And so they would always have to change their menu to accommodate my sister and myself. But other than that, I can't say that I've really had any other challenges. Any regrets about going vegan? Just not doing it sooner. That's really the only regret that I have. Because I didn't know any better. I didn't know any better. I'm half Puerto Rican, half Italian, and grew up with all sorts of food in the house. Didn't really understand what happened to those animals, and just didn't know any better. Really didn't know any better. I try to eat healthy every day. I don't really eat the same things every day. I try to eat fruit and vegetables and salad every day. That's what I try to eat every day. And nuts and seeds and goji berries. I suggest others get started by watching documentaries. There's so many good ones out there. Informative films out there that don't necessarily just focus on the animal aspect if you want to do it for health, but if you care about animals and say you're an animal lover, then I encourage you to watch all the documentaries that don't shy away from them. I think that's the best thing to do. That's the most impactful thing to do. Reading books, if you like, that's great too. I highly recommend Karen Dawn's Thanking the Monkey book. Very digestible, very understandable, covers all aspects of animal use for humans. Very thorough. Nutritionfacts.org, PCRM. Maybe they find it too much work sometimes. I've heard that. Actually, just the other night, my cousin Christopher shared how I inspired him to go vegan. So I was very touched by that. And so I guess he inspired his wife to go vegan, and now they're having a little baby, and hopefully it'll be a vegan baby too. So I'm very happy about that. Hell no.
One more time.
Hell no. Absolutely not. No. Not consciously, that's for sure. Be the change you wish to see in the world. I love that quote. I have it on my refrigerator. I kind of try to live by that. That's sort of my form of activism, I guess, in a way, because I just try to lead by example. These guys are vegan, and Harley's about maybe 16 years old. He's doing great. He's got Cushing's disease, but he's really doing great. And Dolly Mama's doing good. They're all senior dogs. I have another one that's in there, Roxy, and they're all vegan doggies. And they love it. I run a design agency with my sister, who's also vegan. We started in 1998. We used to have offices in New York. And, you know, as time went on with the digital revolution, we got rid of our offices and we work remotely. She's in New York and I'm in Charlotte. We now only work for clients that have plant-based products or are eco-centric. We specialize in designing brand identities, package design, and marketing assets and websites.